Got this little Ranger in here today. Had a coolant leak, and as you can see, we got some stuff moved here. But it is possible to have a coolant leak, just a little key string. Oh yeah. That is a freeze plug that is rotted out in the middle. So we need the coolant plug. Oh boy, too much pressure. Alright, so I had to pull this out, get the confirmation from the customer that he wanted to do it. Knock the freeze plug out. So today the freeze plug will be here. So we're gonna move that, put that back up there, and do the coolant flush. So put you on time lapse and you can watch. Alright, so we got coolant flush done. I was flushing it down through the radiator. I took the little petcock out down there. And let's see, yeah, you can't really see, it goes right down in there. Right there. So I pulled that out, flushed the radiator out. You've seen how bad the coolant was. Got the freeze plug pounded in, put a little Permatex 2, where'd it go? This stuff. Form a gasket sealant, put a little around there. Got that knocked back in there. Pulled the heater hoses off. The original complaint was the heater wasn't working, and then the coolant leak started. So that was the coolant leak. The heater wasn't working because obviously you've seen the coolant that was coming out of it. And so yeah, the heater core should be all right. Something you didn't see because I didn't do very good camera placement, but that's the heater control valve. This hose was leaking, so I was trying to get it pushed back on, and then it wouldn't go on. So I was like, I better check and make sure it didn't break. And it was broke off in there, and then that one broke off trying to pull this out. So gotta wait for the heater control valve to show up, and then put all that back together. But we did the thermostat while we were here. Since we had it out, it was crusty and nasty. So 210s, pulled that out, and then cleaned the gasket surface up on both the housing and that lower housing. And then I did just smear just a little bit of the right stuff, Permatex the right stuff, on there to help it seal, because they just come with a paper gasket, and I always have these stupid paper gaskets leak. I don't know why, but they always leak. So I always just put a little silicone there, and then on the this upper housing piece, put the gasket on thermostat, and bolt it back in. But now you gotta put the bracket back in for the AC compressor and power steering pump, and then put the pulley back on the power steering pump, And hopefully by the time I get all that done, that heater control valve will be here. We can put it back on, and we'll be vacuum filling it with coolant. So that's the bracket that's got to go back on. As you can see, it is nasty, so it's gonna go in the parts washer for a minute, get it cleaned up a little bit, and then we'll be putting it back on. All right, got the bracket all cleaned up. Now we're gonna get it in there, put on, and we gotta fill her with coolant. She should be happy. All right, so we got the bracket bolted back on. There's the 3 bolts in the front, that long one right there, and then 2 down lower. And then there's 2 bolts with studs that go in on this side. And then the fuel line and that wiring harness go on each one with a nut. Secure them in place. So now we need to put the AC compressor on, and then put the power steering pump pulley on, and it will be ready for the belt. And still waiting on the heater control valve, so all we can do.